This is lecture 22 of CS47 Computer Organization Study. In this lecture, we'll be talking about interrupt handling, the concept behind it. Uh, we'll just touch upon the hardware feature on the that needed in the inside a processor or a computing system to understand what is the need of the interrupt system and how it is being done. But most of the interrupt systems and other related parts are actually part of operating system that operating system needs to handles interrupt very carefully. Only from the hardware perspective, there are a couple of features that is needed to implement interrupt in a computing system. So we'll be coming from the hardware side to look at those features, and hopefully in operating system class you will be taught with more details about software aspect of the interrupt. So let's say we have a computing system, and this computing system is connected to many external devices like keyboard or mouse or joystick, like scanner, hard disk, monitor, printer, speakers, right? Those are all, like, we call it a peripheral devices, right? And each of them has its own purpose. Like keyboard is to enter your typing commands, enter your programs and stuff like that. Mouse, we all know what's there. There are many other different components, just I picked up couple of them most popular that we can relate to. So these things, all these devices are ultimately at the end of the day like communicating with a processor, right? Processor is the main think tank inside the computing system, and this processor is really fast. Like it's nowadays it's a speed of 1 gigahertz at the gigahertz range, right? So your time period is like in 1 nanosecond. Each clock tick is 1 nanosecond. Whereas when you operate these IO devices, peripheral devices like keyboard, compared to that 1 nanosecond time unit, right, per clock, we type really slow, right? What's our typing speed? Maybe 80 character per minute, maybe a little more than that, maybe 150 character per minute. Let's say if you are a very good typing speed, if you have very good typing speed, then you have more than that. But even then, it is very slow than the processor itself. If you take any IO devices, its operating speed is much slower than what operating speed a processor is running. Now, what happens? Let's take an example of the printer. Like you are trying to print some document on the printer from a user application. Then what happens in a sequence that, let's say you are processing some information, and then want to write to the printer as a device. So at that point, there is the libraries and system calls that writes to the printer, and at that moment your control being jumped to a library routine, which is a part of the operating system. We call it a device driver that controls that external device, in this case a printer, and then it sets up the printer, like set up some parameters detail of like how many pages, what is the font, what is the how many, etc, etc, what to start, what to finish, paper quality selection, all the different parameters you can set up with the printers. In the printing control, after control P, you can set up different things in the printer property, and that goes and being sent to the printer. That setup, and the printer makes itself ready to start printing, right? And then your printing start, actual IO calls to the printer after that, and stream of characters or bits or dots are sent to the printer. In case you are printing a picture, for example, then it's not a character, it's basically pixel per pixel, it's being drawn on the paper. And then we, after printing is done, there are like completion steps to clean up registers, clean up this temporary information, and so on and so forth. Details are a part of your operating system study. But this actual I/O call to the printer and actual printing is the most expensive step, because printer operates very slow. It's an electromechanical device, right? It's maybe laser printer prints like as presumably prints faster, but this faster and slower is always a comparative amount, right? So if you compare the speed of even the laser printer, it's much slower than how fast a processor can go and process information. So that means your user program or application actually waiting here at this write to printer step till it is done, which is pretty expensive in terms of amount of time it needs to do that. However, if you recall, like when you hit a print, it actually almost immediately come back to you for further commands processing, or it continues with the application program basically, and printer prints your pages in parallel, right? But how that happens? Right? In a normal sense, if it goes and jump and link to the device driver and then return back to the user program after its completion, that means we are waiting a lot here. But that does not happen in real life, right? So similarly, if we continue with the same trend, maybe we process something else, another write to printer, same story happens there, and we end, right? But again, how do we save time and do parallel tasks when printer is printing my page? Let's take the same example of like printing twice in an application program. So we process some information and jump to the device driver part and set up for the printer, like writing onto some registers and stuff like that. Talking about the IO register in this case, it's not part of your register file, but that details would be again in the operating system study. Then once the setup is done, your control comes back to the user program, where in parallel you're printing the page. The actual electromechanical process carries on to the printer, but your program starts continue. Okay, and let's say while middle of continuation, at this new point your printer is done. So once it is done, we still need to do the completion part of your device driver routine. Okay, completion part of the device driver routine. So at this point, my control need to goes to the second part or completion part of your device driver program or device driver subroutine, complete it and come back and restart your process as if nothing happened. Okay, you just interrupted for little bit of time, and once completion is done, you resume your process as you are doing before your interruption comes in. So this mechanism, as I introduced you this term interrupt, this mechanism is called interrupt handling mechanism. Okay, so we continue. The next printer is the same story. Control first go, jump to the part of the device driver, set up, come back. In the middle of the execution, once printer is done, its completion part get executed and come back. At that point, same point, your program continues. So this completion part of the device driver is called an interrupt service routine.